on our skin. We are young, we feel everything.
Hello my dudes, and welcome to another video. I did not get all my hair chopped off. I just really need to fix my bun. But it is Friday, January 10th. And I just figured I would vlog today. We have some very exciting things to chat about. But it is like 12:30 right now, and I'm about to make my second meal. I've just been working answering check-ins all morning. We're almost through those, so that feels really freaking good. And Melindy and I are just about to head to the gym. We're gonna do arms, abs, and cardio today, which is like the most random thing ever, but I haven't hit arms in like 2 weeks, so we need to do that. We both have cardio to do. Melissa wanted to train abs yesterday, and I'm like, I probably should do that. So that's what we're gonna do. But you guys just saw I just had oats, eggs, 2 eggs, egg whites, and blueberries this morning, and then my greens and glutamine and whatnot. And now I am just about to make some cream of rice. So that's what I got for you, and I'll probably catch you guys at the gym. All we have here is 60 grams of cream of rice, which I think is like a serving and a half. I put 20 grams of almond butter on top, and then there is like a scoop of Formula 1 Cinnamon Toast Crunch flavor. This is a post-workout protein. It's an isolate, but you can consume it at any other time too. I'm just having it pre-workout because it digests a lot faster. Formula 1 is an isolate, so it's separated from the carbs and fat, so it digests really, really fast. I don't like going into a workout being super full. So we're having a fast digesting protein pre-workout, and then some fat just to keep energy levels stable. I know a lot of people are just like, carbs pre-workout, and you have to realize, one, energy's gonna spike and crash, and also you're probably going to be catabolic while you are training if you haven't had protein recently. So just something to remember. My opinion, carbs, protein, fat, pre-workout. Okay, so we are at the gym, and I'm gonna film this workout for Instagram, so it has to be like vertical, so I'm not gonna put a workout in this vlog, because I already know it's gonna be really long, but it's not gonna be very exciting. We're just doing arms, and some abs, and cardio, like I said earlier, so I'll catch you guys after the workout. Dude-a-roonies, workout is done. What would you rate the workout?
Like an 8.
Yeah, it wasn't that we didn't try hard. It's just I don't think I've ever like just trained arms. So that was just like weird. Yeah. But got that done, and now we are doing something very exciting. I know the lighting sucks, but had to update you. So we moved into our apartment. It's a 2-bed, 2-bath. In March. So now we're like, okay, it's time, being that it is mid-January, to start looking at new places, just because we don't want to like push it until the last minute, and we really want to find a dope place. We want 3 bedrooms so that we can have like an office and just more space in general, because it's hard both working from home and living in a 2-bedroom apartment, and we also just don't have a lot of kitchen space. So this is the first place we're looking at. I'm not taking you in because I'm not trying to, like, you know, have a bad impression on this dude who's showing us the place, but we'll let you know how we like it. I would say the location is not prime. Like, it's not bad, it's just kind of far away from everything. Like, it took us like 25 minutes to get here from the gym. Yeah. And it's not by the ocean, and it's not in like the part of downtown that we like, but it's not like far from everything either, you know? So location is like a 5 out of 10. Yeah. We'll let you know how the actual place is. Okay, so next meal is 3 ounces of chicken booby that I just made in a pan, and then 5 caramel rice cakes. Gourmet as fuck. But we are back from the house, and It was so cute.
It was like a great place, honestly.
It was so freaking cute. It was just like in suburbia, like across the street from a school, and like not close to what we need. So it was like
we don't have kids, so
yeah, it was like if we could, and you can't have pets, so we're like we couldn't even use a dog in this yard, you know. But use a dog.
Use a dog in this yard.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's like if we could pick up the house and move it, then it would be lit. But it's just like as much as I love it, it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna eat this gourmet meal. Work. I have a few more check-ins. We have some biz stuff to do together. And I'll catch up with you when I catch up with you. Okay. It looks like I am filming this clip like 2 seconds later, but it's actually been a few hours. It's 6:30 right now. I've finished a bunch of work. I'm actually editing the YouTube video that you guys saw before this. And yeah, we're just grinding away. Friday night, turn up. But I have my next meal, and I just figured I would do a full day of eating. So what I have here is jasmine rice. I have some top sirloin steak that I just cut up, and then a little bit of asparagus and some almonds. So, don't know if you guys have noticed, but meals are a little bit different. We are following a meal plan now, which I mentioned when I talked about starting to work with Will. Up until this point, we've done macros per meal, so it hasn't been like total macros for the day. It's been like the macros that I have to hit at each meal, and this is my first day following a meal plan, so this is all new to me. It's weird because I have no idea what my macros are, but it honestly so far has just been really nice to like not have to think about things. But I'll chat a little bit more about why I'm following meal plan and all of that kind of stuff. But I'm just really excited, honestly, to see how my body responds. So that's that. Show you guys my next meal, and if I do anything in between now and then, I'll show you that too. So again, you have not missed anything. It's like 8:30. Been working. You did miss something, but I didn't bring you because I was just an idiot and forgot. But we bought a lot of caramel rice cakes because we're eating 5 to 9 per day. So we gotta be stocked on those. But I have my next meal, which is just rice, chicken, 50 grams of green beans, and 30 grams of almonds. So that's what we have. I think we're just gonna watch a movie or something. I need to wash my hair tonight, and that's like an hour-long process if I dry it. So wish me luck. It's my least favorite thing in the world, but I've had like 3 days of wearing my hair in a big bun with a headband, so it's time to get my shit together. Okay, so I'm showered. Have not dried my hair yet, but we'll get there. But it's like 10:30, so I'm gonna make my last meal. We're watching Monster-in-Law, which is like one of my favorite movies of all time. But what I have for my last meal is I'm just gonna make like protein ice cream. So I just have almond milk and then protein. So I am going to do 25 grams of protein. And I haven't made this in a minute, like probably since my last prep, but just shake. And then ice. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of this flour gum. You can use xanthan gum too. It's like the same thing, but it just will thicken it. And then I'm just gonna blend this up, which I'm not gonna film because I don't want to break your eardrums, but the final product, it literally fills up this whole thing.
dislocated my vagina.
I forgot to put stevia in it. Still good, just not that sweet. I put 2 tablespoons of cashew butter on top. So, that's my full day of eating. The only thing I didn't show you guys is my intro workout carbs. But besides that, it's been a full day of eating. But, and I do want to chat with you in the morning. So, I'll see you in a YouTube second. Hey guys, so it is the next day. Hair is washed less. I really haven't done a great job styling it, but it's fine. And I just wanted to sit down and have a really quick little chat with you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the full day of eating portion. I know I haven't done it in a while. But like I said, that was my first day following a meal plan. So if you guys have watched my last few videos, you'll know that I am working with Will. I'll put his Instagram in the description box. But he goes to my gym. He's been a friend for a really long time. And I've been working with him for 2 months now, I think. So he's a prep coach, not a lifestyle coach. And I do just want to reiterate the importance of finding a coach who approaches things in a way that aligns with what you want, right? So I came to Will with the intention of having a freaking killer competition season. And he does things very differently than my last coach did. And I think me just kind of being the science nerd that I am, and the athlete that I am, I really want to just see what works for my body. So I went to work with Will knowing that he primarily used meal plans. He's known me for years, so he was really cool in my off season, just having me track macros. He gave me macros per meal, just to make sure that I was really optimizing my nutrition. But I was tracking macros. I obviously had total macros for the day, so if I wanted to move them around, that was fine. But I'm just not someone who ever will follow a meal plan not in prep. There's a reason I don't use meal plans with my clients, and I just think it's really, really important to have that flexibility. I think it's following a meal plan does kind of put that you're either on track or off track. It exacerbates that black and white thinking. And in reality, to make progress, you do not need to be following a meal plan. You do not need to be following macros per meal, right? I do want to say that just as Coach Lexi. I was just filming Find Your Fire videos, so this might be why Coach Lex is coming out. But most important thing is hitting your macros, right? If you want to grow, be in a calorie surplus. If you want to lose body fat, be in a calorie deficit. Next is have the correct macro breakdown for your body and for your goals. Third thing would be prioritizing pre and post workout nutrition, right? So really prioritizing carbs at those times. And then, when you are prepping, getting, and when you've done this for a really long time and you kind of reached your genetic potential in terms of making progress being a lot harder, that's when you can follow a meal plan or have very specific macros per meal. But again, the past couple months of working with Will, and I guess I haven't blogged that much, which it kind of makes me sad, but macros hit. I've had macros per meal, but a lot of days I would just go out to eat and just hit my total macros, and I still made amazing progress. But I knew that this prep, I would be on a meal plan. And there's a couple reasons for that. One, I don't want to be stressed about food. In my improvement season, it is great to have the flexibility and to be able to go out and eat different things and have fun with food. But when it comes to prep, I don't want to be thinking okay, how is this going to impact my digestion? How is this going to impact my energy? I don't want to be trying to come up with the most macro-friendly options. It just gets very time consuming, and that's one thing that I noticed my last prep is when I was carb cycling or when my macros would change, it was this whole ordeal of figuring out how to hit my macros and how to have the things that I wanted to eat. And I just don't want to do that. I genuinely just don't. I've been in improvement season for a year and a half now and I just don't care about food. People ask me what I want for a free meal or something, and I know this is a really good spot to be in, but I just don't, like, I just don't care. Like, I don't think about food. So it's not like the end of the world for me at this point, after a very good off season, to be like, okay, like now I have these meals that I have to eat, right? He obviously included things that I really, really like. I'm sure he'll switch things up as we move along. I know I'm gonna have like cheats and refeeds and whatever. But I think the biggest thing and the biggest reason that I am following a meal plan is just because it really does eliminate any variables, right? So if things are off or my weight's not moving, it's not because like, oh, this is messing with my digestion, or I ate a lot of food really late at night, or whatever. I'm not like trying to analyze what different things are doing to me and what different meal times are doing to me. I can literally just like follow a meal plan, go to the gym, end of story, right? So I'm also just very, very curious how my body will respond to this versus macros, but I think mentally and physically it's just gonna be really nice. I'll let you know how I feel at the end of prep, because again, this is never something that I would have like any lifestyle client ever do. It's not conducive to living life. Prep is a very different ballgame. And when I'm in live in life mode, you guys know, you've seen a lot of my off season, you probably follow me on Instagram, I'm living my goddamn life, okay? Like if I don't track macros or take a day off, whatever. If I take like a couple free meals a week, whatever. I'm super flexible with food. Like I said, I just like haven't, like I just don't care. Like food is food, it's about an experience. Like I have been eating good. But that being said, if you haven't noticed already, we started prep. And I honestly wasn't gonna say anything until I was like, it was very obvious that I was like shredded. But I just realized that it's really hard to hide, number one, just following a meal plan and stuff. And two, I know a lot of you guys are very, very interested in following my journey. And obviously this is gonna be a huge piece of my life for the next a while. It's gonna be a long prep. So I do want to share, I want to do prep videos, I want to have a prep series, but I'm still going to be putting out normal content, right? And the reason I was hesitant, I guess I should say that too, isn't because I want to hide anything. It's just because it puts a lot of pressure, and I found last time when I was prepping, a lot of it just became stressful. Like it added an extra layer of stress having thousands and thousands and thousands of people watching, if that makes sense, just like knowing I was prepping, and it kind of became about like, oh my gosh, I need to share this versus just something that I do for me. And at the end of the day, I've said this so many times, competing is like this much out of this much of my life, and obviously during prep it's going to take up a much bigger portion, but I want to be able to like share me. I don't want to become like Lexi the competitor. I want to be Lexi. I want to continue providing value for those of you who have no interest in competing, because it genuinely is not and should not be for everyone. So yeah, I think there's just that fine line between like everything becoming about prep, which I felt like kind of happened last time. And I personally then got very caught up like prep ends, and I was like, who the fuck am I, right? And that's why I had to like take time intuitive eating and all of that kind of stuff, because it did mess with me, just having everything be about prep. And I want to continue providing value, spreading my message. I want to continue just like providing value, like being myself, just doing life, business, mindset work, all of that kind of stuff. And I just don't want to be confined to the shell of prep. And I think that that's going to make the biggest difference until the night before I started filming this video. So like literally the night before I started prep. And we talked about starting in like the next couple weeks, but I feel so calm about it. And I feel like last time it was just like this huge ordeal. And I, off the bat, just put so much focus on it. And this time I genuinely just feel so calm. Like I'm like, really the only thing that changes is like what I eat and when, and like doing a little bit of cardio. But I actually have no idea what my macros are, so don't ask that. I think my last prep, I was very, very real about how extreme it got in my macros, but I genuinely do not know. What I do know is I'm not going to be in a huge deficit for a while. I'm not going to tell you my show date because it's very, very tentative right now. We could get on earlier if I'm ready earlier or later. I'm not putting that pressure on myself of having an end date either, but it is going to be a pretty long prep. Just because I know that that's how my body will respond best. I want to hold on to as much muscle as possible. And my calories are still very high. So I did, just for like starting purposes of this video, calculate what my macros are. I just put my meal plan in MyFitnessPal. So my starting macros for prep are like 320 carb, 75 fat, and 170 protein, which is very high protein. But yesterday I felt so good. Like my digestion hasn't felt that great in a while. Like my food volume was super low. My carbs were all like very easy to digest. I just like physically felt good, which I knew would happen. So day 1 is good. We're on day 2. I'm about to go to the gym, and this is so, oh my god, 13 minutes. This is so long, but I did just kind of want to give you guys the lowdown. So I think I'll still have like free meals for a little bit. I don't know if he'll tell me what to have or not, but yeah, Will is like, I trust him with my heart and soul, and I'm really just excited to see how this meal plan goes. I know it's not going to be as exciting for you guys because I'm not going to have like macro friendly whatever, but I will share how my meal plan changes and food sources change and my body and all that kind of stuff. I'll do a physique update in the next video, and I'm just really excited to see how this prep plays out because mentally I'm just in such a different place than last time. I'm just excited. Like, it'll just be fun. Physically, I feel really good. I am starting about, I was like 27 pounds above stage weight when I started prep yesterday. So I've grown a lot, as I'm sure you guys can tell. So I'm starting in a better spot. Last time I just started with a lot of excess body fat, and I had to lose like 30 something pounds in like 18 weeks or something like that. And I think that just kind of, it just put my body through the ringer. So I'm really excited just to see how this prep goes. And again, this isn't going to be just like all prep now, but let me know if there's anything, like any prep videos that you guys want to see or anything like that, and I'll make sure to get those out there. But oh, also let me know if there's like a prep name that you guys want, because yeah, I want to name this prep series. I don't want to just be like prep video number 1, but this is prep video number 1. So let me know what I should call this series, and we have a pretty long journey ahead of us, but it'll be so much fun. Time to get ready, but yeah, that's it. Okay, comment, share, like, subscribe as usual. Let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll see you in the next one.